This way. That way. That way. Oh man, I dread going in here. I hate this room. It's so scary. I clearly had some exploring to do in this room. Okay, so he's telling me that there's something important going on in here. Okay, well this is the thing that I need to figure out. This place case was holding perhaps the most impressive items in the room. It wouldn't move. Oh, why did that zoom in there? What? The bottom of the case seemed to have some kind of panel. Oh. It was firmly stuck in place. Can I like oil it? It didn't need to be oiled. Okay, let's try hammering it. That was pointless. Okay, try doing this. That wasn't useful. What about the knife? That served me well so far. Hey, it worked. Excellent. There's wheels! The panel had been concealing a couple of wheels. Okay, can you pull it out now? It wouldn't move. How do I get the wheels to move then? Hit them. Oops. Hit the wheels. That was pointless. Maybe oil. Will that get the wheels to move? Ah, that was a good sound. Wait, can it go now? How about the other wheel? Oops. Here. Now will you move? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I'm not so sure I want to go back there. Do we actually want to go back here? I don't think we do. The door was heavily barred, and its appearance reminded me of something I had read. What? What did... Are you going to tell me what you remembered? As it turns out, there really was a door behind the exhibitor in the gallery. I probably subconsciously noticed the frame yesterday, then dreamt about it. I can't think of any other reasonable explanation. Ghosts. That's my reasonable explanation. Alright, can we like pull the nails out? There you go. There you go. You want to pick up those boards? Maybe they'll come in handy. No? Aw, shoot. I don't really want to go in there. I'm scared. I'm scared. I'm actually scared. Where am I going? Where am I going? Oh man, it's too dark. It's so dark. The room was too dark to see anything. Use this. The lamp wasn't lit. Okay. Jeez. I'm scared. I'm scared. I'm scared. I'm really scared. What are they gonna show? Oh my god. It's a mask. Oh my god. Can I leave? Now that there was enough light, I extinguished the lamp to save the oil. I'm really scared. What's this? I'm ignoring that stupid thing over there. I'm pretending I don't see it. July 3rd. Oh man, hold on, I have to get my voice to settle. My recent researches on the Dalmar have shed some light upon their terrible activities. I understand now that the lack of existing information about them was not only a cause of their small size and rarity, but also a reluctance or rather superstitious attitude toward their nature. Even some of the most important historians of South Africa will refuse to mention their name, usually referring to them as the War Tribe. Maybe there's a reason why nobody is talking about them. Did you think about that? After digging into some of the most obscure books I could find about the subject, I must admit now that reading them made me very nervous and uneasy, bringing back the memory of those horrible acts I witnessed on that day. I can't understand why any human being, uncivilized or not, would behave in such a manner. War among savage tribes is of course very common and a recurring theme in history, but the Dalmar, they even went beyond war. Usually a tribe will engage in battle to conquer new territory or perhaps defeat an enemy. They did it for the sole reason of destruction and an extreme love for violence. That is a bad sign. Back off. Can we leave this house, please? I don't like this. The account of their actions is downright scary. They'd invade villages, slaughtering every inhabitant without regard for their sex or age. Men, women, children would inevitably perish by their fury and hate, which is, I think, the most unsettling element of their stories. They didn't use any weapons. They killed villagers with their bare hands and teeth as if they were drawing power from an unearthly source. I find it hard to believe this, and if I hadn't seen them with my own eyes, I'd say they were some kind of wild legend. Once they'd slaughtered every living thing in the village. They'd burn it to the ground, every single construction or possession of the fallen villagers, proof that they definitely were not interested in conquering or even taking some advantage of the terrain. Their motives were moved solely and purely by an incredible despisal of life and hatred towards anything that wasn't from their village. That is another curious thing. They somehow managed to sustain a constant population level, as if they controlled exactly the amount of people needed for an attack, but at the same time warrant survival using their few existing resources. I fear this wasn't some kind of wondrous organization system, but rather an elimination process of a useless member or an unnecessary child. I dare not think about it, but I'm afraid this would explain why they didn't need to hunt for food. They feasted upon themselves. Oh gods, they're cannibals now too? Could this get any worse? I didn't say that. You didn't hear that? I didn't say that. I definitely didn't say that. Now I know what the mask I took stands for, and I shiver at the thought of it. I must confess I'm worried. I don't know why, but I fear for my life. What does it stand for? What does it stand for? Tell me. June 24th, 1962. Dear Christopher, please excuse the tone of this letter. I know I must sound like a raving madman, but I truly can't find a proper way to put together all the thoughts that have been taking my sleep away for these past days. There is a reason behind all those recent adversities. It's the mask. Christopher, it's that mask I told you about. I wouldn't believe it myself if I hadn't studied its origins on my own, but it's really the source of all my suffering. The tribe it belonged to. I must confess I didn't take the mask by appropriate means. Oh my god, are you kidding me? Now we've got a vengeful cannibal tribe after us that murders people with their hands and teeth? Oh. Can we leave this house? And I fear this might have unleashed some terrible wrath against my life and everything that surrounds me. That'll teach ya. It's been over a year ago since I witnessed the most outrageous acts of violence that not even in my worst nightmares could I have imagined, and the mask was the epicenter of it all. What I was thinking of when I took it is beyond me. It was probably a vicious streak of greed, but I can see clearly now. It represents evil, and I'm truly convinced this evil can somehow take shape and punish those who have disgraced it. I did, and now I must face the consequences. Now I'm gonna face the consequences too. Michael, let's leave. I will take some more time to investigate this. I might even go back to South Africa to seek help, although something tells me not even returning the mask would do any good. The damage is already done. Oh, great. So now that I'm already involved in this, it's too late. I'm doomed. And I believe it's getting worse as the days go by. Every time I walk past the gallery, I can hear some incessant odd chatter, as if something was being plotted inside. That's so scary. The masks are talking to each other? No way, that's so creepy. And those voices, Christopher, they seem to be angry. No, I want to leave. Please help me and come and see me as soon as you can. James. James, you crazy fool, what have you done? Is that the mask? I bet that's the one that he took. I bet that's it. Oh man, I'm scared. Let's examine it. An odd-looking African mask was positioned in the middle of the storeroom. Its presence made me feel terribly uneasy. Yeah, me too. I'm like shuddering here. I'm afraid to leave. If I leave, something bad is going to happen. Let's read thoughts instead. Okay. The hidden door in the gallery led to a small storeroom. There was a strange mask inside and more mementos belonging to James Blackwood. The developments of his story is really getting into me now. I can almost feel his suffering, and that mask seems to be the key to the mystery. See, I would like try to bash it with the hammer, but I feel like that would get me in even more trouble. Okay, I'm really scared to leave. I'm really scared to leave, but I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. We're gonna leave. I'm scared to look around. Okay. It's okay so far. Alright. Alright. That mask is still missing. I don't like that. I really don't like that now. Okay, I don't hear any chattering. That's good. So what do we do now? Can I go right? If I were him, I wouldn't be able to write at this time. Perhaps it was... Oh, no, he does want to write. Perhaps it was time to do some work. Right. Punch the keys. Suddenly she stopped and stood there, paralyzed. Hesitant to give any credit to what her eyes were showing. And completely... something? Oh, he wrote a bunch. Okay, there we go. Suddenly she stopped and stood there paralyzed, hesitant to give any credit to what her eyes were seeing, and completely unaware of the potentially dangerous situation. Oh man, you can replace she with he, and there we go. Actually, she is like me, which is scary. He's talking about me. I don't like this. Surprisingly, there wasn't anything unusual or strange about the event. Little Kathy was hastily crossing the liver. Wow, that's a big liver. The living room towards the huge oak door, her fancy black dress fluttering at every footstep. As the girl reached the doorknob, she turned to look back at Marion and urged her with a whisper to hurry up. This is weird because Kathy is like Catherine and Marion is like the maid was Mariani, wasn't she? That was her last name. But Marion wasn't seeing Kathy. Her memories haunted her back and displaced reality, giving room to the nightmarish vision she had spent months trying to forget ever since her first visit to the old house. In her dream, she saw the little girl also wearing a black dress, emerging from a passageway hidden in the room. She'd never actually managed to glimpse where the passage was, only saw the girl running towards her, her small face contorted in a horrible grimace. Marion quickly realized it was a twisted version of the Kathy she would know later. As if her figure was then distorted by a veil of smoke. Her exact movements through the room, reaching for the knob, facing her back, those were too many coincidences to ignore. It wasn't a nightmare that she experienced that day, nor a ghost, something she refused to believe in, but was now willing to blindly embrace as the truth, given the shocking vividness of the vision. A ghost would come from the past. What she'd seen came from Her thoughts were interrupted as a figure behind her cast a shadow across the doorstep. "You filthy liar, you have betrayed me," groaned a deep voice. What's this paper? The ending. I have to come up with a suitable ending. The final twist was the most celebrated aspect of VT. They will tear me apart if I don't pull off another thing like that. But how? I'm up to the point where Steve goes mad. She is confused. The visions are becoming real. So now we know for sure there's a supernatural element in the story. Wait, is that really so? Question is, does it have anything to do with the creepy old lady or not? Would it be too obvious if her powers were real after all? Big question. Would people accept it if the solution to the story is unreal? Damn, why am I trying to please everybody here? No. Oh man. Deus ex machina. On the other hand, a realistic solution disguised as supernatural. Is that possible? They are expecting something like that. A real and probable outcome. That's what they loved in VT. Bloody hell. This is driving me insane. Okay. Are you done writing? Is that enough writing for today? Okay. I just wrote a few words for my new book, and I'm far from satisfied. It sounds too much like cheap writing. What's worse, I realized that all the time while I was working, I was in reality thinking about the Blackwood mystery. Yeah, that's clear. Can he write more? The discoveries I had made in the house were too exciting to stop now. I thought that maybe I could investigate further today and return to work tomorrow. Okay, I'm gonna save because I am freaking creeped out right now. Something bad is gonna happen. I know it. That mask is gonna like come and haunt me forever. I'm worried what's gonna happen when I step outside. If I walk towards the gallery, is there gonna be chattering? No. Okay, they're not plotting my death yet. That's good. Can we go call Jerry? Are the phone lines back yet? Beep. I want to call Jerry. He's the smart one here. Okay, let's call Jerry.
Yes?
Jerry, it's me. You won't believe what I've found here.
Try me.
It's about the happenings that led to the murder you told me about. There's an impressive backstory surrounding this place and many loose ends. It would seem nobody ever stumbled upon this.
Shouldn't you be working on your book?
Are you listening to me? James Blackwood was into some very weird stuff and possibly dangerous. Something tells me this case is much more complex than it was thought to be.
Why don't you inform the authorities? I'm sure they'll be dying to reopen a long-forgotten case about some crazy old psycho killing his wife.
No way. And miss all the fun? I'm doing this on my own. I wonder if those noises I heard have anything to do with this. Maybe James Blackwood was trying to hide something.
Like in that book, where an old man was guarding the entrance to hell. I bet this James Blackwood person had a doorway like that in his basement.
Don't say that.
Noises must be the sounds of the damned coming for you.
Shut up,
Thanks.
Jerry.
That's been very helpful. Great to have friends like you.
Then stop talking about all this nonsense. Do you have any idea how crazy it sounds? You're a writer, not some fancy PI.
I'll get to the bottom of this. I know I will. I'm certain there's much more to James Blackwood than a simple act of murder.
Now you're sounding more morbid than usual. Simple act of murder? Oh, goody. Just somebody died, nothing to worry about. This isn't like you, Michael. This whole thing is really affecting you.
Stop being a drama queen. I'm a grown-up and I'm pretty aware of what I'm doing.
I don't think you are.
Go chase around the ghosts of James Blackwood. I'll stay here in the real world.
I'll let you know about my progress.
Oh man. Jerry, why did you have to say that? the scary thing is it will be that he has a door to the hell in his basement and there are the souls of the damned calling up to get me. Can we call? Okay, we don't want to call Barbara on a Sunday. Does Jerry give me the dial tone? Yeah. Okay. Then what do we do now? Oh wait, what time is it? Let me check what the time is. Maybe it's actually bedtime. Like it took him 7 hours to write that one page. What's the time? 6 o'clock. That's more or less bedtime. Let's see if he'll go to sleep, because I can't think of anything else to do right now. Can you move to this spot? Thank you. The events of the day had left me unusually tired. I thought it was a good time to head to bed. Okay, so he does want to go to sleep. I don't want to go to sleep, though. I'm sure it's going to wake me up to something creepy again. It's going to be scratching again, and it's going to freak me out. We're getting into the really scary stuff here. I am not okay with this. I'm going to save before he sleeps. Yes, save. Oh man, I'm so scared. I'm so scared. I don't want to sleep. I laid down on the bed. And then what? Something didn't feel right. Where? Where did something not feel right? Do I go and listen to the fireplace again? Let's listen to the fireplace. Okay, he can't hear any scratching yet. So what, do I go outside? Something didn't feel right. I don't like that. I don't like that one bit. What didn't feel right? Are you gonna tell me that There's no point to it, I just can't do it. I can't write, at least not until I solve the mystery of Blackwood Manor. I guess I'm done for today. The many adventures I have had left me very tired. So I'll be heading back to bed earlier today. I have a premonition though. I think that tomorrow will be the day I make great progress in solving the Blackwood mystery. I just know it. I don't like that idea. Are they chattering my demise yet? No. Okay, so what doesn't feel right? He said something doesn't feel right, but he's not telling me what it is. What time is it? Is it midnight again? Why is it that bad things always happen at midnight? It is midnight. Why do bad things always happen at midnight in this game? So what doesn't feel right? I imagine the only place where something could be not feeling right is either the cellar or this room. Or maybe the maid's bathroom with the pictures. So let's start here. I really don't want to go in here. I really don't want to go in here, but stupid what's his name does. Okay, there's still only one mask missing. What if we go back in here? Oh man, I'm scared. I'm scared. I'm really scared. I don't like this room one bit. Where did the mask go? Oh no. Oh no. Can we stop playing now? Where did it go? Oh my dear God. Oh my dear God, it's right there. I am actually clutching my chest right now. dancing and I was awakened during a bizarre dream by those scratching noises. Holy hell. Holy hell, I am so scared right now. I don't want to... I had to find out their source. Oh shoot, that's right, we have the thing now. The lantern, so I actually can go in the cellar. But I don't want to go in the cellar. Did that mask actually move? I am so scared right now. I'm gonna have nightmares. I don't want to go in here. He's gonna kill me. Michael, you are crazy. Why are you doing this? This is one dedicated horror writer. I have to give him that before I go in there. Okay, it's still there. But the last dream came true. I actually did go and access that thing. So is this mask actually gonna move? Stay there, or I'll cut you up. Okay, it didn't attack me yet. That's good. But now I have to go to the cellar.